fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And some room to maneuver. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fournette, a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception, and that means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Room here to run. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses, understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Give him 5 on the play there, and it's a first down for the Broncos. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punter, King, to send it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. First and 10. Here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Mariota being chased out left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He's to the 10. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, good move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be brought down on what'll be the final play of this first quarter. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Trubisky. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 36.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Here we go now.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he is knocked down from the side. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And he came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Buying time to his left. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Their mobile, agile quarterback with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near the 27. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They go play action with Trubisky. And Walker with it over the middle. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Von Miller able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To throw, Mariota. Flush, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Marcus Mariota, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing, Mariota. Escape under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. On 1st down, Trubisky out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right at the line of scrimmage. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Mariota. And Hill with it over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This is Carson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Past the 20. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bud Dupree. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Trubisky, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Step and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
They come back, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 2nd down and just 1. To throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll set up a throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Pulled in at the 24. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Watch 44, watch 44. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Leopard.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15 he goes. Red zone opportunity.
Strong left. Boom. Back to Philly. Here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set.
Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Mariota now looking long for his tight end Reed. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a front handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he is going to feel that one knocked down hard. So the Broncos coming out now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Adam Gotsis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
Now Mariota dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's got some space here. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They go play action. Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's to his running back, complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Mariota now from the 50. Flushed out right. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to roam now. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Right around the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. A handoff as they run the counter play. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern.
Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. So a tough break here. Mariota out. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Redskins D leads to a touchdown. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
All right, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On third down, Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Adam Gotsis. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Now Mariota on fourth down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes into.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Deion Jones in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mariota here to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Still fighting. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Mariota forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obvious.
Poorly, everything went for us today. feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Throwing here, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll go with a keeper, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's...